Hey y'all. Uh, I know I'm doing this again. It's like the third or fourth video I put up today. Um, like literally just put one up just probably about an hour or something ago. Um, the reason why I'm doing this one is, uh, yet again, I'm always on YouTube, 24 hours a day. I'm on YouTube. Um, whether it be watching videos, commenting on a video, or putting up a video, you know. Um, I'm always looking for something new, and I subscribe to a lot of channels, different types of channels. But the reason why I wanted to do this one right now is because I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers just a minute ago, and it's one of his old videos from like 4 years ago, whenever he first got his dentures. And it got me to thinking about some of the things that he was saying, like the things that people like new denture wearers don't talk about, or all that they're worried about. You know, vanity is a large part of the reason why, especially women, get dentures. You know, because all girls want to be pretty. I unfortunately, or fortunately, I am not that way. I have no care in the world about looking good for somebody else or anything like that. So the reason why I got my dentures is mostly due to, which you, if you go back and look at my first videos before my extraction day, of what my teeth look like. And I had my teeth like that for a long time. And then I think it was this morning that I put up a video, a tour of my house, and I was showing pictures. 3 years ago, my teeth weren't as bad. They were still bad, but they weren't as bad as they were there towards the end. So, you know, mine was mostly health-wise and being able to eat. Yeah, I wanted to smile too, but you know, that was the very lesser of my importance on having the dentures. What else? Then there was the other things that they don't talk about is like the differences in pain and the differences in comfort and the differences in how you hold your face, how you chew, how you sleep, how you take care of your mouth from then on. Which everybody is different, you know, like someone, for example, that has full mouth dentures is not going to have the same problems that I have myself, because these 6 here on the bottom are my natural teeth still. I'll be getting a partial soon, and you know, my top is a full denture. Sorry. Mine is not done by my dentist. Mine was ordered online. It is not. This is not the actual palate to the denture. For those of you who haven't seen my videos, I have a U-shaped upper horseshoe denture, which means that my denture is shaped like a bottom denture. It has no palate. So all of this here, all of this is a reliner kit, and that's what I'm doing right now. I do not wear my denture at night. I don't wear my denture at night. I do take it out and soak it. A lot of people will have difficulties with sleeping because, like, at first it's uncomfortable. You can't sleep the same way that you are used to, especially if you're like me. When I sleep, I have my pillow, I have my arm like this, my pillow on top of this arm, and then I have this hand like this, or I have it like this. But it's usually like right by my mouth. And it took me a couple days to remember that, I gotta be careful. As far as pain wise or comfort wise, I didn't have that much. I'll put it this way. They gave me a prescription for let's see, I got it right here. For tramadol for the pain. And it was 50 milligrams, and they gave me 16. Yeah, they gave me 16. Okay. And I did take some, even though I didn't really need it. Like during the day when I was awake, I didn't take any. I only have one left. But I don't need it. Some of them I didn't take. The ones that I did take, for the most part, was not for my mouth. I had some real bad back pain for a couple of days because I was not able to sleep comfortably. I don't know why. I was not able to sleep comfortably because of my back, not because of my mouth. And I haven't needed this last one, but I keep it just in case. I'll probably take it with me to work for the first day. But I do have problems with my back, and I have problems with my neck and my feet. Drooling. I've always drooled at night when I'm asleep, because I'm a mouth breather. And I've talked about this before. I have a deviated septum, and then I've had my nose broke several times. And to try to breathe with my mouth closed for more than a couple seconds makes me feel like I'm suffocating. So I'm not able to breathe with my mouth closed anyway. So I always, and but when I got my extractions done, I did drool just a little bit more when I was asleep because I was trying to keep my mouth, I was trying to keep my mouth that much further open or something, I don't know. Or I was sleeping different because I was sleeping more with my mouth into the pillow like this with my mouth hanging wide open, so I think that's a lot it had to do with that. Like I've said before, I have very active salivary glands anyway. So whether I'm wearing the denture, whether I'm not wearing the denture, whether I have anything else in my mouth, I still always have a lot of saliva. And I myself waited a month for the most part, to actually use my denture. I did not do the immediate denture. So I can't comment on how immediate dentures work. I knew that I couldn't use adhesive and stuff like that to start with because of the open extraction sites. And my denture was not made with a palate in it, so there was no way it was going to stay in. I tried, just putting it in to start with to see what it would look like or whatever. See about like the fitting on this and the width and stuff like that. The first day or two, I didn't like the way it felt on the part where the extraction site because of that injection that he gave me right here towards the end. That's still kind of bothering me even now, and it's been over a month. It's been almost 2 months. The 16th of this month, Monday, will be 2 months. And I still have some swellings, not real bad, but I think it's mostly just because I tend to bother it, I irritate it, and stuff like that because I'm retarded like that. I will sit and I will, push my tongue around on my gum line right here. I do this a lot, or, bite like this a lot with no teeth in. And, to start with, also, pressed with my fingers a lot for some reason. I don't know why I did that, but I did. And I still do. And I'm trying to break myself from doing that. I did that a lot too, though, before I got my teeth pulled. So I didn't want to worry about my teeth flip-flopping out. The few times that I tried to wear them before the first video I made with them in my mouth and I was talking, they kept dropping in the front, and I was having to talk like this, and it was uncomfortable, and there was no reason for having to do it. It was annoying and everything else. So I decided then that I would wait until after I got my stitches removed. And I asked the dentist if it was okay to use adhesive, and he told me yeah, it was fine. So the day that I got my stitches removed, I stopped at the Dollar Tree and bought an adhesive, paste adhesive, and just wanted to see whether it was comfortable in my mouth to wear. And I also had to my nail appointment that day, and then I also had my my appointment with my counselor, psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever you want to call her. So, or no. I had to get my prescriptions refilled there. And I was talking to the ladies in the pharmacy part. And then the next day I had my appointment with her. And at first when I did the reline, because I was only using a paste, I didn't have powder. I don't remember why. Or no, I used just the powder. I had one layer of powder, and that was all I had in there. And it wasn't holding for me. And it kept, I kept getting air coming through this part right here from behind. And so that's when I started working with it and doing more with the reliner. and doing more with the adhesive and the way that I was using it, and it was better for me. And then whenever I actually did do my first video with the denture in, and I talked for a while and everything with the adhesive, I realized that I could wear it. But then because of the way it's set in the back, it set down this way. Instead of sitting up against my gums where they're supposed to, they were just, like sitting this way. And it was bothering my jaw. So that's why I decided to go a while without wearing them. That way I could do more with the reliner. And then when I felt comfortable trying to redo it and everything, just because people were having some difficulties understanding me over the phone and stuff like that. Face to face is different, but over the phone they were having trouble understanding me. And then I have trouble understanding people over the phone because I'm partially deaf. I'm fixing to try to start learning sign language, because I didn't get very far in that class before they canceled it in my school, so I didn't learn much. But I do need to start trying to learn that way I can do that and not just have to read people's lips. And anyway, another thing I was going to tell y'all, she had the one baby. That was it. That's all she had, was the one baby so far. And it was stillborn, so I've gotten rid of it. But she hasn't had any more. We'll see what she does tomorrow, because sometimes it'll take them a little while. You can take them up to 24 hours to actually finish, giving birth. Just depends on their comfort level and their stress. But anyway, so when I took the liner out from the first videos, I didn't peel all of it out. I just peeled the back part out, and where it was like really thick in there, which was causing them to sit this way. And that's when I redid it 3 times. Yeah, I did it 3 times. And that's where I started getting the wonkiness inside of the palette, and what was causing it to hold better. And then the combination with the way I did the adhesive. I'm actually really glad that I was able to do the 4th time and get it to where it is now. That way I don't have to waste adhesive, like when I'm at home or when I just want to go to the store or something. I'm not wasting adhesive, and I'm not having to peel at my gums. Picking at my gums every day whenever I go to take my teeth out at night. So it's actually helping a little bit more, even though there's still, it's got a great suction. So it still takes me a bit to get them out. And I think as I get used to wearing them, then I'll be alright. I'm still taking them out to chew for the most part. I still, try new things. But there's just, moments where I just don't even feel like having them in. Then, I am starting to get like a spot right here. That's little, it feels like a paper cut or whatever, like, I don't know. like irritated. But it's because I'm constantly, you know, doing that. And these are almost as sharp as my teeth were, my natural teeth were. And that's only because they're thin. Let me see if I can show you. They're very. The teeth themselves are very thin. Even with the eye teeth, which are supposed to be like, rounder and fuller, they're flat even. So these are all flat. All of the front teeth are flat until you get to the molars. So that is getting me right here. And I still got that spot where my tongue ring stuck in there. I don't know how I managed to get that done that way, but I did. Plus I have this one right here has a sharp point on it. Why, I don't know, but that's the way it is. But yeah, since, like, whenever I take my teeth out, I'm always going doing that, or so I've been irritating my gums because of that. Then whenever I break the suction on this, it irritates right here and right here. But yeah, so there's a few reasons why I decided to wait. I just felt like it was better for me to let my gums heal and the swelling go down as much as possible before I really started wearing the denture. Some people have a lot of difficulty speaking with the immediate denture. I guess because I waited, I didn't have such a problem with speaking so much. Then there is the eating part. Like I said before, I was always on a soft diet for a long time because of my teeth not being able to really chew. When I did chew, it was very uncomfortable, especially because, I like steak, and it, anytime I tried to eat meat, it would really get stuck between my top teeth. Not so much my bottom teeth, but my top teeth. And it hurt a lot. And no matter how much I tried to floss and brush, the more and more I did to try to get rid of that, would irritate my gums pretty bad and make them bleed sometimes. Until I was finally able to get the meat out from between my teeth. And that's ridiculous. And anyway, then there's, I lost a little bit of weight because I was on a straight liquid diet for about 10 days. Now, on the first day, the actual extraction day, I was eating a cup of Maruchan noodles that day with no problem. I had stitches. I only had 2 stitches. I had one here and one here. And those used to get on my nerves so bad. Especially the one on this side because it was looser than this one. And I kept playing with it with my tongue, and it would make that spot really sore. So if you get stitches, don't play with them. Mine were the kind that I had to actually have go get removed. They weren't dissolvable stitches, so that's why. I heard something towards the effect that you may not be able to use the bathroom for the first week or so because you're only on a liquid diet. I didn't have that issue because of the fact that I was on a soft food diet before that. And I have IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. I had gallbladder surgery when I was 16, so I have no gallbladder. And when that happens, your food digests differently. And then I have the overactive salivary glands, and I'm constantly having something to drink. So I have, when I do use the bathroom, I use the bathroom probably about 15 times a day. And it's always like what most people would consider diarrhea, which diarrhea is like a normal bowel movement for me. So just, keep that in mind. Your bathroom habits will be different. I didn't have the same problems as people with the immediate dentures as far as having to wear the denture for 24, 48 hours or whatever before you're supposed to take it out. I was told to wait 2 days to rinse or brush my teeth. But I did not listen to that. I immediately started rinsing with salt water as soon as I got home because I couldn't stand the taste of the medication from the what do you call it, the injections, the Novocaine injections. I still had that taste, that medicine-y taste in my mouth, and it was making me have dry mouth. And I wanted to be able to eat something, and I want to be able to taste my food, not medication. So I immediately used the salt water as soon as I got home and everything, and got all that out of my mouth, and I was able to eat and taste my food, so I was good to go. I haven't had to really use anything like Benzodent or Orajel or anything like that. I used that Orajel for mouth sores a couple of times, but only because I knew it had that foaming action, kind of like peroxide does, and it's that antiseptic, non-alcohol antiseptic thing, and I've only done it like a couple times. I also had the prescription mouthwash that they give for people who have slower time or more difficult time healing from stuff like that, because I do. My gums tend to heal very slowly, which is probably why it's been almost 2 months and I still have a slight bit of irritation and stuff. I'm trying not to make this video too long, but it happens. It's going to be more difficult to remember that you still have to brush your teeth or your gums and your tongue and your denture and all that. Make sure you keep everything clean. I have seen people who get dentures and they think, oh, well, I don't have to brush my mouth no more because I ain't got no natural teeth. Well, honey, you still have to clean your mouth. Because that's kind of really disgusting if you're going to just go around with, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. That, I can't even think about getting close to somebody that don't brush their teeth. Because even though you don't have teeth, you still have that smell. And then you got the denture smell, which is, because your mouth has different bacteria and stuff going on because of wearing the denture. And it can cause more infections in your mouth, like what is it that the babies get? I've said it before. I can't remember the word now. But it's like the yeast infection that you get in your mouth. And that's pretty much awful. So, there are people who sleep with their dentures in. That's not a good idea. You should take your dentures out every night. Once I get my bottom partial, I will let you know what I go through with those. But at the moment I just have the top denture and my bottom natural teeth. Excuse me. So I can't comment on anything like that yet. Thankfully, I won't have any swelling on the bottom either once I do get my partial. On the partial, I will start from the beginning of using adhesive for sure, just for cushion comfort, because the type of partial I'll be getting is a flexible partial, which is Valplast, which is, you can't put reliners in those. It doesn't grab hold, it doesn't stay. I wasted an application of Reline It on that other one that I bought. And it would not take at all. And then after I did it, I was like, well, duh, you already knew that was going to happen because you've already watched a video on it and seen that that was going to happen. So, but I will be using adhesive, the powder adhesive, especially on the bottom partial. And I will let y'all know, like, any sores or any sensitive spots or anything like that I go through with that. But it's going to be a little bit. I'm sorry, my nose keeps itching right there. It's been itching all day. For the moment, that's all I can think of. If there's anything else that I remember, I'll put up another video on. But yeah. You will go through a lot of different changes, whether it be physical, medical, emotional, stuff like that, with dentures. because it's something you have to get used to. I am what's the word I'm looking for? I am good with the decision that I've made. I would not have changed my choice to get the dentures by no means whatsoever. If I had to go back and do it again. Now, granted, if I could go back and I could do something with my teeth, my natural teeth, and never have them be like they were, I would have been trying to do anything possible. But I also know that because of hereditary conditions and stuff, there was nothing that I could do about it. That, and I think that if I'd have been able to try to not be in a situation from the domestic violence, I think then my teeth wouldn't have gone quite as quickly. They wouldn't have been as bad, But as far as from where my teeth were on my extraction day to now, I am glad that I chose to go the way I did. I wouldn't change it at all. I'm having a great experience with my dentures so far. I did not have that much pain. I did not have that much discomfort. I did not have that much swelling or bleeding or any of that other stuff that a lot of people do have. I was lucky, but don't think for a second that it's not going to be uncomfortable, or that it's not going to be painful, or that it's not going to be different for you, because everyone has their own way of dealing with pain, their own pain level, their own discomfort level, their own my body, actually, I have thin blood, so I normally bleed like a stuck pig, but surprisingly enough, that I stopped bleeding shortly after I got my teeth extracted. My swelling is the different story, and the irritation that I have on my gums. And that's because I did go so long without the dentures and messing with my gums the way I did. And then now I wear my denture every day except for maybe 1 or 2 days. And then right now, the more that I try to take my teeth out and put them back in is causing irritation. But I'm fine with my choice. I feel better. I don't feel sick all the time. I don't have as much pain as I did before. Like I said, for my neck, my back, my feet, and my migraines, that's always going to be there. That's pain that I've gotten used to pretty much. But I don't have any tooth pain anymore. I don't have infections in my gums or anything like that anymore. And I feel a whole lot better. And if you think, oh, well, it's going to hurt, oh, well, this, oh, well, that, and you're going to sit there and convince yourself into not doing it, and you're going to be in that much more pain. What is a couple of days or a few days of pain, tolerable pain, compared to constant infections and constant pain, teeth pieces broken off in your mouth and stuff like that, and it's just getting worse and steadily getting worse and steadily getting worse. When get it done, get it over with. It's only going to last for a short period of time, as to where teeth pain, bad teeth, they're going to be constant for however long you decide to keep the teeth in your mouth. Don't procrastinate, just get it done. You will be better off and you will be happier. And nobody has to know that you have dentures. My mom, my family, my friends, everybody who knows me knows what my teeth look like. They know exactly what my teeth look like to begin with, my natural teeth. From, right there to the end. And they knew what I look like with my veneers. And then now they know what I look like with my denture. And a lot of people have told me in the last short period of time, I don't know how many weeks or whatever, however long it's been, however many times they've seen me with my denture, which is not very many. They're like, even my mom, they look natural. You can't tell they're not my teeth, because they're the same color as my teeth. What's that? Yeah, I figured. Anyway, my space is getting used up, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. Plus, it's a 40-something minute video. But anyway, like and subscribe. And y'all have a good night. For those of you who are subscribed, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And we'll see y'all later. Bye.